This new building is going to bring so much possibility.
This is going to be the premier public safety building on the peninsula.
We had to build it not just for today, but for the future.
I know that in a couple of years when this building's here and we have the grand opening, it's going to be a rush for me to be able to walk in and really realize that this actually happened.
Exciting days. We're going to start, we already have started moving a little dirt for this very significant facility, the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office headquarters, or the York County Law Enforcement Building. And there's a lot of dignitaries here. We really appreciate your support of York County and your support of being here today for this important capital investment. So Chairman Green is going to make some remarks.
Just a couple of words before I'm going to turn this over to the sheriff. In the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, there's a passage, and it says, without vision, the people will perish. I want you to think about that. Without vision, the people will perish. The sheriff had a vision, okay? And he shared that vision. He shared it with the county administrator. He shared it with the board of supervisors. And now today, we are here breaking ground on that vision. And that vision is going to be a state-of-the-art public safety building that will serve this generation and future generations of citizens and deputies to come. So without any more grandstanding, I'm going to introduce our sheriff, Danny Diggs.
Well, I just want to thank each one of you Board of Supervisors members for supporting us in this important project. Without your support, we certainly never could do this, and I want to thank you very much. But I also want to thank Neil Morgan, our county administrator, because a project of this kind, if you don't have the support of the county administrator, you're not really going to get very far, because he's the guy who's really worried about where the dollars come from, how you're going to pay for this. So Neil, without you, I know that this would not be done. So thank you very much. I also want to thank Joe Sisler, who's our Deputy Director of Public Works. He has been an integral part of this. This is a gigantic project, especially for cops that don't know anything about building, and he's been with us the whole way, giving us guidance on how to do this. Certainly our architects, RRMM and its team of individuals, they've put hours and hours and hours of work into this, and we appreciate all of that. And now, just a few days ago, our site contractor, Henry S. Branscombe, started work, and in fact, just before they've cut this off for this event, you could hear some of the work done in the background. But from my office, I want to specifically thank Major Ronnie Montgomery and Captain David Bark. They have been with those architects hours upon hours upon hours, from everything from the overall needs and wants, and I think we got a lot more needs than we got wants. We really, I'm the frugal guy around the office, and they came to me with some of the wants, and I said we need to stick with the needs. So be assured, board members, we're doing this as efficiently and cheaply as we possibly can. But Ronnie and Captain David Bark, they were there from, like I say, the overall vision down to the placement of the switch plates and what kind of switches there were going to be, and things that I had no interest in, like color of carpets and draperies. And I mean, so they've done all of this minutia kind of work, and they've just done an outstanding job, and they, along with the architects, deserve more credit than I can even imagine.
Well, over the last 25 years, this has kind of been an ongoing project of mine with the Sheriff's Office to try to get something done as far as this building. So I kind of stole ideas from new facilities over the years that I went and visited. So we were able to interact with officials that have built buildings like this, find out the good and the bad.
The surprising thing that we had to do was we had to look ahead, pretend we're 50 years out, what the Sheriff's Office is going to look like, how many deputies we were going to have, where those deputies might be in the different divisions. and then build those divisions to meet what we thought we would be at.
This is finally a dedicated law enforcement facility for the Sheriff's Office. Not only is it going to be a great improvement in the way that we do things on a daily basis, but it's also going to give us the opportunity to interact with the community in ways that we haven't been able to do since the 1950s when the first building was built. There's a community room in there that a lot of people are excited about, where they'll be able to come and meet with us on a regular basis. And just to be able to interact with the community on a daily basis in a dedicated facility is going to be a huge improvement over the way that we do things right now.
We have a great community, and our deputies work hard to earn the respect of our citizens. This is a big project, and many people in the community have approached me and expressed their support for this project. It's just been amazing of their support. Now, a little history. And I got this from Major Montgomery because he's been around longer than anybody in the county almost. For years, we've been moved from place to place, and we made do with wherever we landed. The last place that was actually exclusively built for the Sheriff's Office was the jail in the late 1950s. For those of you who don't know, the jail was located behind what is now York Hall, at the far end of that parking lot adjacent to the rear of the Duke of York. That was torn down sometime in the late 90s. So in the late 50s, the jail was built, and later in the 1980s, there was some office space that was added to the front of the jail. And since that time, we were then moved to the basement of the courthouse, which is now York Hall. We were moved again into what is now the current finance building. And then we were moved down to Goodwin Neck Road, which was at one time the health department, and we've been there since the late 1990s. So we've been there for over 20 years. So now, 60 years after the jail was built down in Old Yorktown, we are moving into a building that is designed just for our law enforcement needs. The tremendous work done by our deputies out in the community make York County a great place to live, and their jobs will be made easier with this new building and all of the new technology and all of the other things that come with a new building. So we are very appreciative to our Board of Supervisors, our county administrator, and our citizens for recognizing our needs and making this a priority. Thank you very much. We're now moving into the 21st century, well into it, with a brand new building that will meet all of our needs.
We're going to have a forensic lab. We're going to have a automobile bay that we can actually forensically look at vehicles, and really just space.
All of the divisions of the Sheriff's Office will be under one roof. That hasn't happened in a long time. We're splintered. The DARE office is down at Washington Square, and an office space down there. We don't have a conference room where we can meet on a regular basis right now. So having the ability once again to get everybody under one roof and see everybody on a regular basis is really going to improve our ability to provide the necessary services to the county. And I think they're going to see a tremendous increase in our interaction with the community just because of this building.
This new building is going to be around 50,000 square feet. Now that's not all office space. There's a lot of training area and storage and evidence and a garage, things we never had before. But we're moving from around 10,000 square feet into 50,000, but it's just not for us today. This building will probably last us at least 30 and more than likely 50 years. So we had to build it not just for today, but for the future.
It's exciting to see the size of this new facility, as well as the community rooms and the evidence storage. It'll just be a great addition to our public safety here in York. And it'll be a building that will serve this generation and the next generation and the generations to come.